Hey everyone, I just wanted to give a quick preface to the video. The first half of the video is recorded with RTX Voice on with the original problematic settings, and then after it switches over and I change the settings over, it's from there on recorded with RTX Voice on with the settings to help reduce the problems. And right now I'm actually recording with my normal microphone setup through OBS with a noise suppression filter on it, so you can kind of get an idea of what that sounds like normally, and then kind of compare it to what RTX Voice sounds like with the problems that I'm having. And I'll go ahead and turn off the noise suppression so you can hear what it sounds like when I don't have noise suppression, and you can hear my fans in the background. So now we've got noise suppression off, so you can hear my fans and everything in the background, which doesn't sound as great. And I was hoping RTX Voice would help me solve that system-wide. But go ahead and enjoy the video. Thanks, guys. Welcome, everyone. I'm Absolute Fatal. I'm here to talk about some of the issues with RTX Voice and how you may be able to fix them. So if you're like me, trying to get the best quality sound out of your microphone, what you're going to do is use some software applications to try and make your microphone sound clear and crisp. One of the new products, one of the new softwares that's come out is RTX Voice. And RTX Voice works by trying to eliminate the background noise from your room when you're recording. So using a Blue Yeti microphone, or also any other condenser microphone, this may give you a lot of benefit. And I've seen a lot of videos out there on YouTube from various YouTubers that will show how beneficial RTX Voice actually is, and it seems to do a really great job at being able to reduce that background noise, or sometimes just eliminate it completely, leaving just your voice and not, your kids running around in the background or whatever. So I wanted to give it a try. I've got some fans that run. My computer fans get picked up a little bit by my microphone. So if you're not using a dynamic mic and you're using a condenser mic, you're going to see more issues when you're recording with background noises. So I went ahead and installed it, and then my voice sounded like this on stream. My mic is not doing well. Well, that's not good. Let me listen to myself. I decided to go ahead and tweet out to NVIDIA, and they actually responded. Now what NVIDIA said was you need to make sure it's got a clean signal. Any compression that you're putting on your microphone beforehand may not yield the best results. What we're going to do today, we're going to test out rearranging my audio chain from my microphone and see if RTX Voice improves. Hopefully we don't run into the same issue. Another possible problem that was brought up on Twitter was GPU load could cause a problem, and you might need to just restart RTX Voice while you're streaming to clear its cache out. So we'll see what happens, and wish me luck. Okay, so let's take a look at how I currently have my audio set up. Right now I use a Blue Yeti microphone that's just sent through USB into my PC, no hardware mixer or external to my computer. Voice Meter is a software-based mixer which I am using, and it's helped me out tremendously. So right now I use a little bit of EQ on it, just minor EQ, and then I use some compression and a noise gate so it doesn't capture background noise when I'm not even talking. So my Yeti mic comes in here, and then I also use a feature on Voice Meter, which I'll show you in the settings, that links it to an application that's called Cantabile, so I can use VST plugins. So if I go to menu and then I go to system settings, you can see right here, I have a patch insert. That patch insert is for my microphone, line in1, which is line in1, which is hardware in1 right here. And that goes to Cantabile. So I'll open that up and show you. So here you can see the microphone moving as I'm talking, and we've got the microphone in. And then I've got it routed through a couple VST plugins. This one I'm not using, it's disabled. That's what bypasses. The orange means it's bypassed, but I'm using Frontier 1, which is this limiter. And then I map it through Marvel GEQ, which is a EQ to map out the voice tone, etc. So once it gets processed through Cantabile here, it goes back into Voicemeeter through that patch 1, and then it gets sent out to Voicemeeter's third output, which you can see I have the third output B3 selected here, and the voice bar is going as I'm talking. And this is my output. This output right now, as I've had issues with it, is going into RTX Voice. So you can see here, the VIO 3 output, that's the third output for Voicemeeter, is going in input device into RTX Voice. RTX Voice is then doing its processing, its noise suppression. And by the way, this happens at any noise suppression level from what I've been able to tell so far. But it does its processing and goes line out. So this is how I've been using it, how I got that really bad staticky effect on stream, and how I'm recording this now. So when you heard the intro and hear me talking now, this is RTX Voice without a game running and running through the same process. So RTX Voice is then going to send out to Voice Mod virtual audio device. So that's Voice Mod, it's going out to Voice Mod. And Voice Mod is a voice changer, which I like to use on stream. And right now it is, the voice changer portion is off. It's not doing anything but basically passing the sound through to your ears. So and then it goes out, and right now it's going out into OBS, how I'm capturing my screen. So that's how you're hearing me, and that's how my stream would hear me as well. There's no extra filtering applied to this in OBS or in editing or post afterwards. This is just how it sounds as it's set up, and that's how I got that weird distortion from my audio. So what we're going to try is we're going to go ahead and change the audio settings around so that the microphone input goes straight into RTX Voice. And then once it goes into RTX Voice, it's then going to go out into Voicemeeter, go through the patch in Cantabile. After it goes through the patch in Cantabile, it goes out into Voice Mod, and then finally into OBS for capturing. And we'll see how that goes and see if we get any of the effects or see if that fixes the problem. So we'll go ahead and give that a shot, and I will kind of show you the new audio chain once I have that set up, and we will see how it sounds. We went ahead and changed the settings around in order to move RTX Voice to be the first audio before we get into any of my other audio apps like Voicemeeter, Cantabile, etc. I did want to note that I did misunderstand the output. The output is actually just for filtering your sound as it's coming out to your speakers. So this output isn't actually the output like Voicemeeter where you have an input to an output and then that goes somewhere. This output is just if you want to remove the background noise from incoming audio, which it says, and I just misunderstood how that's used. So in here, you can see I've changed RTX Voice to now be the first device to get from audio from my Blue. Right now I've got I set the audio filtering down to half. I've got a fan on in the background. My computer fans are on as usual. Haven't changed any of those settings, so any background noise differences are just from this new routing and this new setting, because I did have noise suppression up a bit higher earlier, but I found I wanted to turn it down. What we're doing now, so instead of going from Voicemeeter into RTX Voice, we're now going Yeti into RTX Voice, as you can see here. And then over here, what I had to change, and if you use Voicemeeter, you'll have to change this too, is I now selected my microphone to be RTX Voice instead of my Blue Yeti. So you can see the same thing is happening here with the audio going up and down. And then I also I kept the Cantabile settings on, so I'll show you that just to show you it's still running. We've got the patch on, and then Cantabile, if we pull that up, you can see the microphone moving as I'm talking here with the audio levels. So it's still running through the same filters, VST filters there. And once it goes through its processing in here, it goes out the same output, that VIO 3 output. And that VIO 3 output is going into Voice Mod. So if I bring Voice Mod over here, you can see it's capturing my microphone, and it's taking that from Voicemeeter now. So Voicemeter's sending that output that we've chained together into here, and it'll do its voice changing, which is off currently, just my normal voice. And that is being captured over on OBS, which you're hearing now in this recording. So the next test we'll have to do is playing a game in addition. So recording the gameplay and seeing if it gets all staticky like we showed you earlier. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and let's give that a try. Let's see how it sounds. I'm listening to myself, not hearing any large compression or anything. So yeah, so it's sounding better. That's a potential fix. When I had the problem yesterday, it happened right away. So I'm going to go ahead and fiddle around a little longer and see if I can get the problem to return. If not, then this might be a valid fix. So we're testing RTX Voice, now routed as the first device from a Yeti. Okay, so we're fighting this guy. Now, while I'm monitoring my voice, I do hear a slight distortion. Sometimes it's like a little pop in the audio from my microphone because I am listening to my voice, which is kind of weird for me, but that's what it is. We're doing this test for everyone here. See if we can fix it. Oh yeah, we got him. We got him, boys. Okay, guys, so as you can see, it does seem to fix the problem when you route your microphone to RTX Voice first and then pass it through whatever other audio software that you're going to use, like Voicemeeter, Cantabile, VoiceMod, etc., which I'm using. So again, in summary, all you have to do is go ahead and set RTX Voice to be the first software audio filtering that you use. Once you do so, it should reduce the problems. Now, as a side note, what I do want to show you is if you're one to get jumpy when you're playing a scary game or even a game like Jedi Fallen Order, if you have to make some loud noise, you scream because you get scared, whatever, your audio does seem to get seriously distorted, so that's one thing to keep in mind when using RTX Voice. I'll give you an example of it now. So you might want to turn the volume down a little bit. I'm going to kind of screech at a loud noise. I'm just going to make a loud, higher pitched noise like a scream with my voice going up, and you'll hear that distortion come in. So I'll give you a few seconds to turn the audio down, and then I'll go ahead and scream. And if you do a lower pitch scream, ah! And so you see how it sounds once it gets processed through RTX Voice. And that is not how it sounded before using RTX Voice. So that's a decision that I have to make if I want to continue using it. Knowing that sometimes I do play a scary game and, well, it's going to destroy my voice like that if I go ahead and make a scream sound. So I hope this was helpful for you guys out there who might be having the same issue that I'm having, where the voice would be completely distorted and just crackly and scratchy and unusable. If that did help you, go ahead and like the video, hit subscribe, look out for more content. If you do have questions, feel free to leave a comment below, or you can come into my Twitch channel, twitch.com/absolutefatal. And when I am live, you can chat with me about it or any other technical issues you're having, and we can see if we can help each other out. Thanks again for watching the video, guys, and I'll catch you in another one.